Hey guys, what's going on? Yes, I'm recording something in my car. It is nice and warm in here and this heat feels good on my back. So I wanted to start sending you these weekly videos, and then we're going to be switching up to monthly calls. And so these weekly videos are going to be kind of touch points on things that you're working on already. And I want you to give me some feedback either in the chat or in the comments on how you're doing on all of these things. So how are you doing on your fasting? What are your hours? How are you doing on your workouts and pushing yourself on those workouts? I know we had our goals and then we had our stretch goals. So I want to know, how are you working on those two things? How are you doing on your water? Are you guys prioritizing that, especially in this heat right now? Oh my gosh. It's definitely a priority to get that in. And then how are you doing on eating just like whole foods and nutrition and watching out for your snacking in between meals? So give me an update on that. And then also, last time we talked a little bit about the limiting beliefs and those sentences that you tell yourself, those statements that you tell yourself. Oh, I'll never do this, or I'm not that type of person, or, I'm just not like, XYZ, like fill in the blank, right? So I want to know, have you identified what those are for you? Like, have you identified it by hearing yourself say it a couple of times? Or I'm just noticing that you're limiting yourself to achieving those goals by saying these statements to yourself. So I really would like some feedback on that. Did you fill out the worksheet also that I put in there last week as well? If you did not finish that, please send that to me as well. So look in the portal and see what homework you have not completed and send it to me either via email or via chat. So topics I wanted to talk about today were two things. One is oils, and then the other is meat. So with oils, it's getting really tricky out there to try to find the best oils to use when you're cooking, and then also what oils are you choosing in processed foods. So when I say processed foods, that can mean like the veggie sticks or whatever they're called. That can mean Simple Mills crackers. Like I can mean healthy things as well. But those are still processed, right? Like they're made in a plant, so they're processed. And we've talked about canola oil and how canola oil can cause free radicals in your body that's oxidizing the cells. Those are all cancer causing elements, cancer causing toxins. So anything canola oil based, I really hope that is out of your pantries. It's out of your diet. You're not grabbing snacks for the kids that have canola oil in it either. So that's my number one. My number two is recently I've been seeing sunflower oil a lot, and I did some research and I'm still a little neutral on it. I would say I'm definitely leaning towards avoid it. I know a lot of people are like, girl, like you can't tell me to avoid everything. But I'm also reading this book called The Cancer Revolution, and majority of cancer is caused from toxins. And then there's a percentage that's caused from genes. And so like with that in mind, I'm like, okay, so like we are in control of this. And if I have to choose this packaged snack over this packaged snack because this doesn't have sunflower oil in it, I'm probably going to take that extra step. And so it looks like what they're saying about sunflower oil is that it's okay to cook it in a low heat. But like I had a client come in the other day and she had these cauliflower bites. They're like a package of almost like chips package, like it was like freeze dried or something. Not freeze dried, they were deep fried. They're at Costco, and I was like, I'm pretty sure these are like fried. They're cauliflower fried in sunflower oil. That is what they're saying is not safe. Once sunflower oil gets to that high smoke point, it becomes rancid, and then your body identifies it as a chemical, and that's when the free radicals happen. So I am going to ask you to just be safe on the sunflower oil completely avoid canola oil. It is possible. You just need to keep looking for other brands. And if you need help, you can go to the guided grocery link, and I'm going through Kroger and showing you all the brands that are safe and snacks that are safe. So definitely check that out if you haven't. It will be in the add-on section. If you can't find it, let me know. So that's for oils. Second thing I want to talk about is meats. So one thing that we learn as health coaches, because we are definitely more holistic than other, I would say, healthcare providers, and that's like an overarching statement of, dietitians, I would say general practitioners. So one thing that, like, I think I've noticed that makes us different is that I don't eat processed meats, things like sausages, bacon, lunch meat. So these are all carcinogenic foods. They're all cancer-causing foods, and yet people are still saying that they're fine. So once you're processing all that meat, like think about like grinding up the meat to make it into sausage, or salting it, preserving it, nitrates to make bacon. All of that is almost like contaminating the meat. And then your body is looking at this like a foreign object again. Like it's this chemical, this is made in a factory, this is not a pure whole food. So we just get, we get like a giant turkey breast from whatever it's called, Finley Market. We get a really big turkey breast. It's a real turkey breast, not like, it doesn't look like boar's head, like a ball of meat. It's a real turkey breast. I'll usually freeze one, and then Justin will make the next, make one of them. We'll like split it. Maybe we'll grill it. Maybe we'll roast it, slow cook it, whatever it is. But that's a really great source of meat. And then just eating whole meat. So not, limiting the amount of like ground meat that you're eating, because that's also processed. It's going through this like process. And so like your body's also identifying that as like kind of like a foreign object. So 2 things I just wanted you to be really mindful of this week. And I know it sounds like I'm limiting your diet completely, but I am just trying to help you out, and I know that it's possible. We've been doing it for years as a family, and there's so many options out there for alternatives. So let me know if you have any questions, and just keep working hard and focusing. I know you guys are going to see a lot of the benefits from it. All right, see ya.